everyone. So if you are also just starting to plan to go abroad either for study or on a permanent residency, then I am sure that you have heard a lot of names like IELTS, PTE, Doulingo and many other names related to some English proficiency test. So in this video we are going to cover in detail that for which country and for which purpose which exam is much better and what exam you have to give. Also, if you haven't heard of names like PTE, Duolingo and only about IELTS, then this video is going to be really helpful because there are actually some students who don't have to go through the grilling process of giving the IELTS exam and they can easily go on the basis of PTE exam. So we are going to discuss all about that in this video. First of all, starting with why you have to give these exams. So these are basically English proficiency tests. You want to prove to your visa officer or your admission officer in a university or college that you are capable enough to studying in their university. You can easily understand what people are speaking over there. You can yourself make them understand that what are your opinions and what you are just speaking, so that there is no communication barrier. So basically this exam is to prove that you have no communication barrier, you will be very proficient in that country and you will be productive in that country. So this is the basic purpose of giving any exam, and the requirement, it is a basic requirement that you have to go for any country, let it be Canada, Australia, New Zealand and any other country. So let's move ahead. First of all, let's talk about IELTS exam. So now the IELTS exam is basically for the people who are either confused that you have to go to Canada, Australia or New Zealand. If you are going for Australia, you are very sure that I am going for Australia, then I do not recommend IELTS exam. Okay, now let's move forward. Let me tell you all about it. So first thing, it is International English Language Testing System. There are two versions of it. First is your IELTS Academic and your IELTS General exam. If you are going on a student visa, if you are applying to some university, some colleges, then you can go for your IELTS Academic exam. And if you are going for permanent residency, you want to apply for PR of that country, then you have to go for your IELTS General exam. If you are going on a study visa to Canada, then yes, IELTS exam is a necessity, but you can also go on the basis of PTE exam, right? But there are some drawbacks to it, that you will be only apply your visa in the student stream, that is SDS, only if you have given your IELTS exam. No other exam is accepted by the student visa, that is known as SDS, right? So that is a first point that you need to remember. If you have already given your PT exam and you have scored well, still you can apply for visa, but it will be applied in the journal stream, that is non-SDS. There is no thing like non-SDS college and SDS college, so please do not confuse these things. SDS and non-SDS are two categories for applying for your visa. That if you have all the requirements that are eligible for your first thing, that is you have given your IELTS, you can pay your 1 year fees, you can give your GIC, then you can go for the first option, your student stream. If you don't want to give maybe 1 year fees, or you have given your IELTS some other exam, like maybe you have given a PTE exam, then you can go for non-SDS category. Also, for the visa purposes, if you are applying for a student visa, you have to apply for SDS category. You can still apply with the IELTS Journal category. If you have already given your IELTS Journal, you have a higher score in IELTS Journal, then you can apply for your visa with the IELTS Journal score also, right? In the SDS category only, not in the non-SDS, in the SDS category only you can apply for your study visa. Now moving forward, second point, if you have already given your IELTS Journal, now what? where you can go, how you can apply to universities. So at that point I recommend that you can check the university criteria and your college criteria. If they are accepting the Duolingo exam, then go and give it. It is a very very easy exam, you'll get easily score in it, and it is of like $50 I guess, which is like 4 to 5 to 6,000 rupees. That is it, and you have to give it from your home. You'll get your scorecard in 2-3 days, so there is no hassle in it. So if you have already given your IELTS General exam and now you want to apply to some university, then give your Doulingo exam. And for applying in SDS category, as I have already said, you can easily do that by just going with your IELTS General score only, right? Research it yourself. You can ask the IRCC on their Twitter handles that you are eligible or not. I've seen their tweets, I've seen the eligibility criteria that you can still apply with the IELTS General exam. Do not go in the trap of IELTS trainers or some institutes that just want to earn money from you by saying that you have to give your IELTS Academic exam, then you'll spend 2-3 months doing that exam. So that is a complete wastage of time. I do not recommend. Now let's come to the next exam, that is your PTE exam. So PTE stands for Pearson's Test of English. Now this test is more recommended for students who are going to Australia and New Zealand. Why? Because it is first of all very easy. Scoring in that exam is very easy. There is a no real life examiner in that, so there are a lot of tips and tricks that you can apply. I know students who don't know how to write a basic English exam and they have cleared their PTE exam. If you will ask them to write a sentence in English, they won't be able to write it. So if you are better than that, I'm sure you can give your PTE exam. I have taught students who don't know how to speak in English, who don't know how to write in English. If you are stuck at 5.5 or 5 band in your IELTS exam and you are sure that you have to go to Australia and New Zealand, you can go for your PTE exam. Right, it is very easy. It is a computer based exam and there is only one thing, IELTS Academic. So further also, when it comes to Australia, when you are applying for your work permit, like after the completion of your education in Australia, you need to again present your English proficiency test. You have to either give IELTS, so either give PT. So at that time also many students prefer going for PT exam because you don't have that much of time to prepare again for the IELTS exam. And for Canada, it is not eligibility for work permit. You do not need any other exam. So easily, if you already know the tips, you already have the pattern how to give your PT exam, you already have the experience of giving your PT exam, then that will be much easier for you. So if you are sure you have to go to Australia or you have to go to New Zealand, then do not go for the IELTS exam. Just give your PT. It will take hardly 2 weeks to do that, or like maybe a month. If you are not very good in English, then maybe a month or two and you will be sorted. You will be getting your desired bands. So that is for PT exam. Also, the PT exam is accepted in Canada. It is more acceptable in Australia and New Zealand, of course, but it is acceptable in Canada too. Now, with PT exam, how you can apply to Canada? You can apply in Non-SDS category. Non-SDS category is the basically journal stream where you can apply on the basis of PT score. The processing time is more, but if you pay 1 year of your fees, you pay GIC, you have good financial records, then with your PT exam also you have a strong SOP, so you can very easily get a visa in your non-SDS category also. Do not worry a lot about it. Just go for it, give your everything to it, and go for the PT exam also. Like if you have already given your PT, you can apply to Canada. And in the meantime, there are some students who do this, that they apply to Canada, and after that, if they are, like for example, they are waiting for their college to respond, or they're waiting for the university to respond, then they go for the IELTS exam, so that at the time of visa they can apply for student stream, right? So the also you get visas in your non-SDS stream. Please do not get afraid by how people scare you that you won't get your visa and everything. People don't get their visas when they have 5.5 band in the IELTS exam and then they apply for non-SDS. So, or they are not able to show that they have like funds with them, right? They're not able to prove that you will be not able to survive in that country. At that time you are not able to get your visa from non-SDS category. Otherwise, getting visa in non-SDS is not a very complicated thing. You just need a right kind of counselor who can give importance to your case, who can easily apply to that university, right? So if you are going for Australia and New Zealand, I surely recommend giving PTE exam. It's very simple. I know a lot of tips and tricks. If you guys want me to make videos on PTE too, I will be happy to. I have students who have got 90 in overall, that means 9 band in the PTE exam, and 19 others too. So getting PT, like you can see that if that student gave IELTS exam, I'm sure that he won't get more than 8 bands, but when he gave his PT exam, he got 19 all. So that is the difference. It is much easier, and it is much easier to score in it. The last one is Duolingo. So Duolingo is a exam that was introduced at the time of pandemic when it just started. So the students wanted to apply to countries, but the IELTS and PT exam were not available, because you have to actually go to their center to give the exam when it comes to IELTS as well as your PT exam. So that facility was not available. So at that time, Doulingo exam was introduced, and a lot of universities and colleges started accepting that exam. So personally, I won't recommend students going for this exam. There is only few things that I want to say, that if you have already given your PT exam or your IELTS General exam, and the university or the college is not accepting it, they are saying that we need a academic proof, then in that case you can go for the Doulingo exam. It is a very cheap exam. I guess it is of $50 only, so it would be of like 7,000 rupees or something, like less than 7,000 only, and it is very easy exam. You can crack it in like 1 hour or 2. You don't need even coaching for that. And also it is like it is very, and you can give it from your home. You do not have to go to any center. So if there is a lockdown at your place, you can still give your exam, get your offer letter from the university, and then give your IELTS or PTE, so that you can apply for the visa purposes. So Doulingo exam is not accepted for the visa purposes in any country, so I won't recommend going for that exam. Okay, so that is all for your IELTS exam, for your PT exam, and for your last Doulingo exam. I have covered most of the things that I felt that were very necessary to talk about. If you have any other doubts, I am very active in replying to all your comments. You can ask me your doubts in the comment section below. Also subscribe to the channel. If you like my efforts, you can also join my membership. You can join my paid classes through YouTube now, and subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button to all. I take live free classes on YouTube on Saturday, so you can join me on Saturday on my channel. And do like the video, comment down below, and share this video with all your friends. Thank you so much. Bye bye.